So the next thing I'm gonna do is I got these wheels on Amazon for 30 bucks. Came with a set of 4, and they've actually got rubber on the tip here so they won't, or on the edge I should say. It's like a polyurethane so it won't crack my tile, crack or chip my tile as I roll it around on the tile floor inside my house. So I'm gonna use these, they're number 10 by 1 inch wood screws that I got from Ace Hardware. I got 16 of those, 4 for each wheel. We're gonna mount these here on the bottom, but there's just one problem. This would have nowhere to bite into on this part. So I've got this scrap laying around. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut off a couple 2-inch sections there. It's about how far we need it to be, about 2 inches. That'll give us plenty of room to bite in there. So I'm gonna cut these to 2 inches. I'll cut 4 of those, so I've got 1 for each wheel. Okay, so we've got our little shims cut out, and I'm gonna place that right about where I've got plenty of room for the screw to grab into it here. So this isn't exact science. I'm just gonna kind of stick it, looks like probably about 1 inch from here. I'm gonna use a little wood glue to put in there, and I'm gonna brad nail it in place. So just put a little wood glue there. Stick it down, move it up about 1 inch. There we go. I'm gonna nail that right in place. But I'm gonna make sure to stay away from the center when I put my nails in, because that's where my screws are gonna go. And I don't want the screw to interact with any of the nails. So there we go, that should hold it. And I'm gonna do that on all 4 corners. So actually I've made an error. On the back corners, I'm gonna need it for both of the screw mounting holes. So I'm gonna need a couple pieces, probably twice this long, it looks like. So probably about 4 inches. So I'm gonna go cut a couple at 4 inches. So here we go, got a couple at 4 inches. I'm gonna make sure I get this right where I need it to be. It almost looks like you could butt that one right up to it. And that would be kind of perfect. So I think that's what I might do, is just butt it right up to the side there. And that'll work out just fine. So again, we're gonna put some wood glue. Let's run a little bit of wood glue there to kind of hold it in place. So if you have a bit of glue that's in the way, as you can see is here, just take a little razor and just kind of slice that out of there. Get it out of your way. This was preventing my little shim there from sitting all the way flush against the wood. And I thought these were the self-threading type, but I guess they're not, so I'm gonna have to pre-drill some holes, it looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark these holes. So I'm just gonna kind of mark up where my holes are, after making sure everything's square, that is. So mark where my holes are at, and then I'll pre-drill those a little bit. Okay, so when drilling these holes, 2 things you want to watch out for is you want to get a drill bit that's about the same diameter as the internal part of the screw. And as you can still see the threads poking across, or poking from the other side of the drill bit, so that's what you want. The other thing is you don't want to go too deep, obviously, because there's not a lot of material to work with here. You don't want to end up drilling through your material. So you only want to go about as deep as the screw, so I put a little piece of painter's tape on here just to kind of make sure I don't go too deep. So there we go. Now we can install that wheel. So there we go.